Good day everyone. In the news now, there is an article that shows and proves that Cyril Ramaphosa is fully aligned to covering up everything to do with what is called state capture. And in this headline it says Mabuza, who is the deputy president, on state capture, and this is quoting him in the headline, all of us one day are going to explain ourselves. It doesn't say to who or to what. And here it says that Deputy President David Mabuza didn't say whether he agrees with President Cyril Ramaphosa that the Zondo Commission's recommendations aren't binding on government. So what Cyril Ramaphosa is saying is that what Zondo recommends in his report, government doesn't have to do any of this. In other words, 2 billion rand was just wasted, thrown down the toilet. This is what Ramaphosa is saying, but David Mabuza isn't quite saying that. He is saying that one day we are all going to have to account for what we have done. Mabuza answered questions in the National Assembly on Thursday. He said the government was committed to the processing of the Zondo Commission's report and to be held accountable by Parliament. That is the whole point of Parliament, that they hold the executive to account. Deputy President David Mabuza sidestepped the question on whether he agreed with President Cyril Ramaphosa that the Zondo Commission's findings were not binding on government. Why do we even have a president that doesn't believe in the report that comes from a Chief Justice of the Concord that he appointed, and he says it's not binding on government? When he sees the report, he decides, no, we don't have to do this, we don't have to do what he recommends, including that the president should be elected directly, that MPs should be elected directly and under their constituencies. They're starting to see how the Zondo report can absolutely mess up their seats, their bums on seats in Parliament and in very well-paying positions. And positions of power. In the case of Cyril Ramaphosa, he doesn't need the money. Mabuza, answering questions in the National Assembly on Thursday afternoon, said that as leader of government business, he had previously affirmed the centrality of this institution to hold the executive accountable. Here's the kicker. He said cabinet members were individually and collectively accountable to the National Assembly, and it was their constitutional duty to assist the House to process the Zondo Commission's report. And then he said, as Deputy President, he didn't have the powers to discipline members of the executive implicated in the report, but Ramaphosa did have that power. Now this article carries on. You can get a link to this article in the description below this video, as well as in the first comment. And please share this with your friends and family. And read the rest of this article, where it describes what is happening in Parliament right now. Once again, it proves that our system is broken. The Zondo report tells us how we can start fixing the system by allowing our president to be elected directly, not within a party system. To allow our MPs to be elected directly, not within a party system, and in their constituencies. In other words, you don't have the entire country's MPs coming from one province or from one town, which is currently absolutely possible. It's complete insanity. Any person in public with a bit of ability to think will understand that the current political system has to change, that our constitution that has set this up is not as perfect as people have made it out to be. Thank you very much for watching this video. Remember to share with your friends and family.